Hello everyone, my name is Jen and welcome to the Book Refuge. I am going to be out of town for the holidays. No surprise to anyone. I'm very much looking forward to it. Spending some time with my family. Usually the biggest chunk of the year that I'm gone is around the holidays. I'm sure it is for a lot of you. But, you know, I still love to keep the fun going here at the Book Refuge. And so I thought I would pre-film a few videos, and one of them is going to be this book haul. I thought I was going to wait a little longer and maybe have a few more of the, end of the year haul in it. But I was like, you know what? I have enough books stacked up and I want to get them kind of on the shelves and like packed away before I'm gone for a trip. I don't know about you, but if possible, I like to kind of clean my house a bit before I go away. I find that it is a lot less stressful to come home to a clean house than to leave in chaos. Now, mind you, I'm not always able to make that work. Like, it doesn't work out for me all the time, but when I can make it happen, I like to do it. So I'm going to try, especially because, you know, I'll be coming home with gifts and clothes to wash and all that stuff. So it's just nice to make it happen when we can. So I'm going to go through. I have some books that I've bought that finally came in. There was a few that I'd actually ordered quite a while ago. There was some recent releases, as well as I have quite a bit of publisher mail. And then I have a few Christmas gifts that have started to roll in already as well from you guys, which is so, so sweet of you. You guys are just too good to me. So we're going to get into that. And then, yeah, it's great. So anyway, thank you guys always for spoiling me so sweetly. I also want to say thank you for some of you who have donated things from my supplies list that I have, which often those things don't get on this book haul because I usually start using those things right away. So I don't have them on here, but I don't just have a book wish list, which most book creators do, because, you know, it's fun to get sent books that we've read, which we've usually read on Kindle or something. But because I am, you know, also a small business and stuff, I also have other supplies that I have needs for. So there is a supply list that I also keep, different things I need for that, like that are a lot less, like, you know, flashy than getting books. So I want to say thank you to a few people who've sent me things from there, including a couple people who want to remain anonymous. But thank you, you know who you are, who've sent me some things from on there that I'm literally using some of them right now. I'm looking at a few of the things, including my like Kindle holder, which you'd be surprised. I love my Kindle holder. If you guys don't use a Kindle holder and a clicker, they're amazing. My clicker has never worn out. I've had a Kindle clicker for like, I don't know, maybe a year and a half. That has not worn out. They have really good battery life too, but the holder for my tablet and Kindle, they do wear out because it is like a metal piece in there that you think of it as like a really thick paper clip. Those wear out pretty regularly, so I need a new one every so often. And I have a few on my supply list, and one of my patrons bought something from my supply list, and she actually bought me like 4 of them at once. And so I have a whole stack of them, and I've used 2 of them so far from it. So thank you so much for sending me those. Also, I go through a lot of highlighters and pens because I annotate books for people. So thank you for always sending me those, as well as shipping equipment and stuff. So if you ever want to send something that really does get used very often, I also have a link to my supply list. And I use that stuff literally every day. So thank you very much. But let's go through actually a few of those gifts first, because those are not promo items that a company is hoping me to show. Those are gifts from people, and it's very, very sweet. So one gift I'm actually consuming some of right now is some tea that one of my lovely viewers sent me. I was sick at the beginning of December, and one of the holdovers is that I've had, and I don't know that this is from the illness or anything. I think it actually might be from a new medication I'm on. I've had really like bad, like dry mouth, not sore throat, but like dry mouth. I know, TMI, but y'all are here. Just deal with it, right? Really bad, like dry mouth. And, it means that it's made filming a pain. And you guys know I've had to cut a lot of clips out of me drinking tea. And I've been going through more tea than normal. I'm not a huge tea drinker, but, Christine L, she reached out to me and asked if I love tea. And I was like, I mean, I'm not a huge tea fan, but I have been drinking a lot. And she sent me this little sampler pack. It was in this really cute, bigger box. And I've already drank like literally 4 sachets out of it. But it was this sampler pack of teas from Fraser Tea Company that had both caffeinated and non-caffeinated options of tea. And it came with this sweet little note. And so there was 12 in this box, and there was 2 samples that came with it. And it was just so lovely and sweet. And the note was just so sweet. And I guess this is actually like a local tea company to her. And for real, it was so kind. So thank you, Christine. She's a patron and a supporter. And it was just so thoughtful. And truly, I had some right away when it came. And I'm literally drinking some right now. Right now I have the mint tea, and I have some lemon and honey in with it. And I'm loving it. Literally so good. So thank you so much to her. Then I'm so happy, from my wish list, Christian M said, I appreciate your videos so much. They bring me so much joy. Happy holidays. Sent me Love Practically from Nicole Van. Now, I have not read Nicole Van yet, but quite a few of my viewers and then a few of my friends really love Nicole Van. I believe these are they Scottish romances? I think they might be. Yes, they are. And I think they're closed door, but I've heard they are very longing and sweet. I know Jessen loves Nicole Van. I believe my friend Erin likes Nicole Van, and I know Crystal loves Nicole Van. That's who I've heard talk about her the most. So that's why it was on my wish list. So, yeah, this one says, can marriage begun in practicality transform into something deeper, something like love? So this is the Penleth of Thistlemere, book 1. So I really want to try reading this one in 2026. So thank you so much for sending me this. This is beautiful, a beautiful book. So thank you, Christian, for sending me this, because I really do want to give this one a go. And I'm planning to make a video that is, instead of going way over the top and making all these lists of, like, I want to read 50 historicals, blah, 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 I'm going to make a list of 10 historicals I want to read in 2026 and make them be like legit ones that it's like, some of them are going to be ones that are even on my list of books I'm going to read with Crystal. So whether someone considers that cheating or not, I don't care. They're going to be ones that I'm like, am going to get to. And this is going to be one that's on there. There are going to be some that are audios as well. So this was a really sweet gift to send. Thank you. From Caitlin the Gardener. She sent me The Delver, which is so great. Thank you. I wish these weren't shiny. Why are Tiffany and Rob still doing shiny book covers? Stop doing shiny book covers. But this is The Delver, and I've said this multiple times. I want to get to the Vrix books. I even have the Weaver. This is my these are the books that I want to get to the fastest. I moved them from my bedroom to my living room so that I actually have to stare at them every day. That's why the only ones are right there. Sorry, I just messed up my lighting by moving far away. Come back, lighting. Come back to me. Why did we do that? I don't know. but they are like behind on their audios now, so that's why I haven't got to them, but it'll happen in 2026. And I love the cover. I love how she looks. She's got a normal body. It's so beautiful. A little bit of tummy. I love how she's just so gorgeous. And I love this one. I believe is Urquhart and Callie. So this is the Delver from them. So there's that. And then this is from Solange, and she sent me my very own copy of Cottonmouth, which I definitely need to get to because I'm supposed to annotate Cottonmouth for one of my patrons. And so I actually have a copy of Cottonmouth sitting over there that I was supposed to annotate for one of my patrons. And I've been annotating my copies of them and transferring the notes for it. And this was the first one that I didn't have a copy of yet. So I'm very happy to, because this is what you do a matte cover so that the booktubers who are greedy little sluts like me can show these gorgeous covers. So this one, I had been putting this one off because it's like so thick. And I know that this one's going to be very story heavy, I've heard. But I know that number 7 just actually released, which what is the name of it? I just saw it. It's like, it has like a weird name. I know they're all weird because they're all snakes. Let me look. Because if I look at the titles. Okay, Titanoboa just released. That one has a wild cover. That one does. That one has a wild cover on it. So I'm like getting behind on these ones. But I love this. I love his like grip on her. So thank you so much, Solange, for sending me that. So I just spent a whole long time on those, but those are gifts from you guys, and those mean more to me than any books that are sent by publishers who, you know, off of their back sending them out. The slightly just right below that, of course, is authors who send me their books, who, especially indie authors, because I do know that what that means for them sending those out as well. But I always want to honor it when a viewer or a patron or someone is sending me a book, because I know what that means to send someone a book, right? So that isn't just a flippant thing. So speaking of which, let's get into, let's see, I do have an indie author who sent me a book. So let's get to hers first before I go through all the publisher mail, because I do have quite a bit of publisher mail, which I am always thankful for. But I got reached out to by LL Ash, who I do love, and I'm behind on reading her books, which I feel bad about. But she reached out to me with kind of a unique one that I won't lie, I am a little bit curious about where she's going with this. But she's an author that I don't want to just like give up on her stuff, but I am behind on it. Because I don't really get where she's going with all of it. But so LL Ash is the author who she's written like Him, and she's written Him and Teach Me, and the one where like he's her dad's military buddy, and she's also written some like mafia ones. So the one I'm behind on is I haven't read The Boss, which is a mafia one, and that's the one I like hadn't read yet. And then she wrote this one that is kind of a historical, but it's also like not super historical. Like it's set in 1969. So I mean, it's technically a historical, okay? Like I don't know, I feel bad even saying that, but like it is. Like it's retro, okay? At least, because it's set far enough back that like, you know, we don't have cell phones and it's pre-internet, and like I'm not trying to say it's historical just because, like, I wasn't born. I'm not saying that to insult anyone. So I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that. But how is the author even categorizing it? I don't even know. I don't even know. But it's called Love a Go-Go, and it's an older woman romance. And it's set in 1969, and it says it's no-fault divorce in California. And so Tabby is leaving an abusive relationship. And so she has a 5-year-old boy. She's a single mom, and she doesn't know how she'll afford anything. So lucky for her, she's got grit and determination and an unexpected friend in a cutie pie. She finds an unexpected friend and a cutie pie neighbor who just moved in next door. He's handsome and single, and best of all, he's a lawyer. Eli helps Tabby navigate life as a newly single woman and can't help himself when he falls in love with her. She's still technically married, though, so he's got to keep his distance, right? Maybe not. Maybe Eli Rothschild is everything Tabby needs and wants. She just doesn't know it yet. Eli doesn't mind a little age gap. He likes a pretty thing with curves for days and a no-nonsense attitude. He has 6 months to win her heart and convince her to love him back. Too bad he's off limits, and Tabby has to close herself off to protect her and her son from a cruel world. Scorn and ridicule assault what happiness they manage to grasp for themselves, but the only cure for her kind of loneliness comes in the form of a handsome neighbor. The only question left is if love is a go-go or a no-go. So, I don't know what inspired her to go this route with it, but I think it's supposed to be kind of cute. Like, I don't think it's supposed to be super depressing or anything. I mean, with a cover like this. But this is where she went with it, okay? That's where she went with it, and she sent it out to me. And I'm curious about it, at least. I will say that. So, that is what LL Ash sent my way. And, I want to give it a go at some point. All right? Okay, now the light is deciding to change it up again. All right, so that was from an indie author. Now, the rest of this is more like publisher mail and stuff, so let's go through. So I was sent a Christmas book from Danny Ryan. I never read Danny Ryan before. This was A Marriage in Trouble. Lovers to dislike, back to lovers, the Ice Queen and a Black Cat hero. He's secretly still obsessed with her. A billionaire who bartends, a shopaholic who loves frozen hot chocolate. And this is what happens this Christmas. So this one looks super cute. And I am kind of interested with them, like, it being a marriage in trouble. So yeah, this one is pretty cute. So yeah, I think they're separated and they're getting like a second chance type of thing with marriage in trouble. Then this was a cute surprise I wasn't expecting, because I did read this one. And then I got sent a physical copy of this one, which was cool. So this was Love Deep by Louise Bay, which, if you guys follow my channel, you know I had an audio ALC of this one from, did I get this one from Must Love Audio? I think I did. And I did get a physical copy of book 1 too, but I didn't have an ALC of that one. But I did of this one, which I really liked. So they sent me this one. There's a pretty copy in there. So it's kind of hard to read that on screen. But this one was Love Deep. And I won't show every single thing, but let's just show. Oh, it's like all the same picture of everything. But they were so cute. This was a cute one. This one was the single mom who is an artist, and he was a music producer. So really liked that one. I think I gave it 4 stars. Narrated, I think, Shane East. Was Shane East in that one? I think that one was Shane East. That was good. Then it was the trad pub release for Temptation Trails by Claire Kingsley. Loved this one. This one was Single Dad Garrett and the baker Harper. This was the one where the son like steals baked goods, and then also Garrett is hunting a serial killer, and the kid has to end up like working off the money he like stole. Basically, he stole baked goods from her, and to make it up, he has to like, you know, like wash dishes at her bakery or whatever, and ends up really liking working with her. And then it's an accidental pregnancy as well, and they're also trying to solve the serial killer or whatever. And I thought this one was really good. I love the romantic suspense from Claire Kingsley. I really like this series a lot. Just a little bit dangerous, a little bit edgy and everything. So yeah, this was the trad pub release with source books for this, and it came with a little art print of that one. Then this was interesting. I don't think I shared this one yet. I don't think I did. I might have, but I don't think so. So this was sent to me from, they didn't send a slip with this, so I'm not sure. It says Silver Wing Press, but this is the 10th anniversary edition of this book, and I never read this one. So I accepted it because I do want to try reading this one, but I think I might give it as a gift, actually, because I believe this is new adult. And I think I might give it as a gift to one of my nieces. I need to double check the age range of it, actually, but I think I want to give it as a gift to one of my nieces. If not yet, maybe soon. But it's the 10th anniversary edition of Air Awakens by Elise Kova. And I was gifted this. Very beautiful here. It has, it's one of those, it's hard to like show it on here, but, and then it has some, what was it going to show me? It has some really pretty artwork inside. If I can find it. Of course I can't find it, but I never read this one. Nope, I can't find it. But anyway, it was the 10th anniversary edition of this. There's an even like prettier version, I think, is what you can buy, but this is what they were able to like, I guess, like drop ship, print, or whatever. What was the back of it? Yeah, just here on the back of it. So that was lovely. Then from Sourcebooks, this was kind of exciting. Is this the one that just came last night? I think this is the one that just came last night. But I got sent some historicals that I really want to try. I'm not going to go full on and say I'm going to get through all 3 of these until I've tried one. But like 2 weeks ago, I was sent these 2, which I believe are book 1 and 2 in this series here. There's The Lady He Lost by Faye Delacour. There's The Lady's Guide to London. And then the one that just came in the mail, which I do still need to take a picture of too, is A Most Worthy Husband here. The most unsuitable bachelor in London is a perfect man to ruin her reputation. So I haven't read Faye Delacour before, but I have, I wonder if these are new covers for these. I kind of should look because I feel like I've seen these around and they maybe look different. And if they gave them like a glow up or something, I really like these covers. These are some trade paperbacks I could get behind for historicals. Like this works for me. It's a good cross between like a clinch cover and like they're still real people. So I want to get behind this, you know. So if you've read Faye Delacour, tell me if you like her. I remember reading like, they each came with a bookmark and it says, say what you want and it's yours, Jane. Like that kind of energy. Because it says, he's back from the dead. It's always been you. Mutual pining. Childhood besties to enemies to lovers. She owns a woman's gambling club. Like I'm getting kind of like Sarah McLean vibes. These are all good things is what I'm feeling from it. So not mad about what I'm feeling out of that, you know. So those all came from Sourcebooks. Okay, almost. Let's see what else. Oh yeah. Lovingly happy to see Juliet, of course, put my name in with Bramble, and I got my advanced copy of Blood Singer. I do want to get to this soon. It comes April 7th, I believe this one is set for. But I'm torn because I really loved the audiobook of Firebird. I'm actually about to film my top fantasy romances of 2025. And of course, Firebird's on there for me. And I loved the audio performances of that. So I'm torn between waiting for the audiobook to be available. or whether I want to just dive into this one physically and read it early. Last time, like, Firebird got so much negative attention early on, and I just hated seeing that. So I feel like I want to be a voice, like, early on, like, reviewing this as a fan of Juliet and not let negative attention. Now, one of the positives that happens when, like, one of the positives that comes from, like, there being negative attention for a first book is hopefully people won't read the second book if they didn't like the first book. I know that sounds backwards, but usually a second book gets higher ratings if people didn't like the first one, because they just don't stick around to be petty for the second book. But I also know from Juliet that there hasn't been as many asks for there to be special editions of Bloodsinger, which does make me very sad and upset me a little bit that people didn't understand what Firebird was going to be. And that is like transferring to there not being the same energy for Bloodsinger. But I'm looking forward to reading it. And I can't wait to read about the next sister. So it's going to be exciting. But anyway, I'm looking forward to it. So got my arc of Bloodsinger in the mail. And then just the other day, I was sent this. This is, I guess, going to be a debut author, and I'm really interested by the blurb for this one. This is coming in February. It's called The Trident and the Pearl by Sarah K.L. Wilson. And the little, like, blurb here says, where did I see this? Where did I see what it said here? It said, a desperate queen and a poor fisherman, an arranged marriage, and a plot against the gods that will pull them both under. An intricately wrought and deeply imaginative, The Trident and the Pearl is the kind of delicious slow burn fantasy that made me love reading. If you fondly remember picking up your first Robin McKinley in the local library, this one is for you. Interesting. I don't know, but that's coming in February. And I was sent this from Orbit Fantasy. So cool. All right. Now, this one I believe is already out now. And I think it is. Yes, it is. But I, of course, haven't got around to it yet because it just hasn't been my top of mind. But it was Fallen Gods by Rachel Van Dyken. And I know a lot of people are excited for this one because I think it's vampires. I think it's vampires. I could be wrong about that. Enemies to lovers, he falls first. Morally gray heroine, dark academia, mythology reimagined, forbidden romance. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But it is Fallen Gods. I was sent an arc of this one. But I know, I'm lame. I didn't get around to it. I haven't read Rachel Van Dyken. I know, I really should have. She was one I never got around to. Because I know she has Mafia ones. This one is like North mythology reimagined. But hey, at least I have it to try now. I do love, this is like a moose or an elk head. Something there. The gods aren't dead, they're only sleeping. They said gods were myth, that the giants were only stories told around dying fires. They lied. Anyway, I sent that one from Red Tower. Okay, all right, then we have a couple from Bloom here. So there was, of course, Sweet Venom, which I have read and reviewed. Really enjoyed this. I did give it 4 stars. I liked Beautiful Venom a lot more than this. Now, I didn't hate this one. I I know, I'm going to say it. This happens with Rena Kent. It's just the way that she builds series for me. It felt very repetitive. It felt very repetitive in a good portion of the story. And I also, I just didn't like Violet that much. I didn't hate her. She wasn't like as bad as I think that Rena Kent writes heroines sometimes. Like there was a lot to like about her. I just didn't really care for this like story that much. I liked the hero a lot. I just, yeah, I don't know. And I didn't like despise this couple at all. I didn't have any real animus towards it. I just was just kind of like, meh, you know? So that's why, like, truly, they're a lot of times with Rena Kent, if I'm not into it, I'm hating it. And that just wasn't the case with this at all. It just was good. That's why it's truly a 4-star. There isn't a lot to pick apart. There just wasn't a lot that like fascinated me, as is with Beautiful Venom. And whereas like I think leading into the final book in this trilogy, the one they're already like, you know, that one's coming in June next year. I think that one is going to be a big, like, mind fuck for us. That one's going to be MM. And, you know, I know that one's going to retread Story at all, but I think that the character who's been set up, I mean, I really hope he feels a lot different than Nico, too. I hope he feels a lot different than Nico. I hope he feels a lot different than Gareth. And I just hope that that one can be as good as I think it's going to be. And I really think that one could be a 6-star book. But, I mean, Beautiful Venom was fantastic. So this was just good. But thank you so much to Bloom for that special edition. What was in this box again? Oh, yeah. They have a chocolate, caramel chocolate protein bar and a little Callahan sticker and a Haven sports bar sticker and a Jude and Violet box. That's what was in my box. And then the other book I got in theirs, which I actually really want to read this one. So I really need to read book 1 in the series because it says you really should read book 1 before you read this one. And I hadn't gotten around to it yet, but I was sent Jealous Rage by Savar Miller. And this one is supposed to be a professor-student romance. And I'm intrigued. Okay, I'm intrigued. And I hadn't got around to Endless Anger yet because I wasn't hearing super great things about Endless Anger. And then this one's all like forbidden student teacher. And like, okay, look at this. Like, her on him. Like, look at her. Like, girl, I'm feeling things with this. So I guess I need to try Endless Anger. Maybe I'll grab the audio for it, but Bloom sent me that. All right. Then I was so happy to, apparently I am on Kristen Proby's PR list now. I did not know that. I had received the box for, what was it? When You Blush. And I loved that one. But when there was a pre-order for Where You Belong, I missed it. Because I've been ordering the special editions of that from the novelty bookshop I have special editions over there. And I missed it. Because last time I actually have 2 copies of Kristen Proby's editions from there. And I'd missed out on it this time. And I was like, oh, bummer. But I wasn't like told I'm like on her list. I just thought that I'd like won a box the last time. But then around release day, I got a box again, which was so cute. So I opened it and sure enough, there was a beautiful copy in here, which they are horrible. Like seriously, okay. I like love how this looks in theory, but these are so hard to show. Like look at how impossible it is to show you how beautiful this is in person. Whereas like book 1, like this is pretty, but it's like easier to show you how pretty it is. Anyway, it's just a thing. Make special editions able to like show you how pretty it is. But in the gorgeous box here, let's open it up. There was, as always, lots of gorgeous stickers. There's a candle that's beautiful. We have the beautiful cards from Lila Junco here. We have a beautiful apron, which honestly is so stunning. Like, so beautiful. And this candle that just says Juliet's favorite candle, and it's sage and like, I can't wait to use that candle. It is stunning. So there's also a light that I cannot make work with the batteries that were in it, so that's a bummer, but that was fantastic. Love it. There's also this pamphlet, is the Spicy Girls Book Club, and it has the books that are mentioned in each and every book in the series, which is kind of nice, because I will say, like, Kristen Proby, she is a girl's girl. She's an author's girly, okay? Like, you can tell she's friends with the other authors as she reads other authors' books, because in every single book, she will call out all of her author friends. Now, that can be a little distracting sometimes, but I bet as her friend, being her friend as an author, that is very rewarding. And I think it's really cool, even if as a reader, sometimes you're like, oh my God, do you have to be talking about 10 other people's books in your book? I do think it's cool. But I like that in this little pamphlet, then, all the books that are talked about in every single one, they're now, like, in this, because there's a book club in this series, and now they've just put every book that's ever mentioned is, like, in this pamphlet, and, like, that is pretty sweet of her to do. Like, I think that's cute. So, anyway, that was what was in that. So, those were all the books for PR and that stuff. And now I just have real quick the books that I bought. Because, of course, your girl still does buy some books for herself. And we got to go through those. So, oh, I did get a card too. I forgot about this. Oh, Erin from She's Too Fond of Books. She sent a sweet little Christmas card too. She messaged me. She's like, can I send you a card? And I was like, yes, you can. And she sent me a pretty little bookmark and a card, and it's so cute. It's a little deer. So thank you, Erin. Lots of people don't send Christmas cards anymore. I used to do Christmas cards back in the day, and like, it just became a whole lot of stuff to do. So I definitely appreciate it. Thank you, Erin, for sending me a card. It was very, very sweet of you. Okay, some books that I bought. So first up, these are the books that I included in my fun favorites box this month. I do a fun favorites box quarterly, and of course I have to have a copy of that book as well. So the books that were included this time around, well, one of them was also Wild Card, but I have that one over there. So Rewind It Back, the copy that doesn't have the man cover on it. I didn't have this plain copy yet. I had Against All Odds by Corinne Michaels in there, the beautiful copy like this. Drawn to Darkness by Michelle Hurd. Honestly, more Michelle Hurd is going to show up in box in the future, because she was my favorite like Mafia author in 2025. If you saw my Mafia favorites list, she was on there 4 times, so she'll definitely be showing up more in the future. Okay, then we have some fantasy books. So there was Silver and Smoke. I now have all of these ones. Absolutely loved this book. Had to have a copy. I just love the color, and for this one just being like, you know, printed on with Amazon, like, it is done really well. Like, it even like kind of looks like it's glowing still. Sorry, I'm leaning over there, like it's hard to see on here, but the glow of that looks so good. Like, that's pretty. I want to get the hardcovers of these someday, because the only copy of Iron and Embers that I have, and I do have this on my wish list, by the way, if you would like to check it out. The only copy of Iron and Embers I have is the ARC copy that I got of it at the time. But these are just like really well done for being like an Amazon copy too. So really pretty. Then I had seen that, I think this is Owlcrate. Yeah, it says right there. I still haven't read this book yet. I know. I haven't read it yet. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to like it. based on what my friend said of how much she liked it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to like it. And in case that I love it, I wanted to have a pretty copy of it, because if I do love it, I know someday these copies will be really expensive, because that's how it works. And I'll create, I think as of now, even still, they had done a second printing of it. Now, I think the second printings weren't like signed or something. Oh no, it was. They were just digitally signed or something. But I was able to get it for only $34 and shipping was like $7. But anyway, it's The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy. So yeah, still haven't read it yet, I know. But at this point, I kind of want to wait till book 2 is coming out. And so yeah, All Crate had these for still only $35. Okay, so I bought it. Because this is gorgeous. This is the outside. It's really hard to show with my ring light for you to see this. But when you take it off, this is the underside of it. Okay, this is the underside of it. This is the art on the inside of it. And this is the reverse dust jacket on the inside of it. Okay, so that was $35. So like I said, it was worth it to me, even if I end up totally not loving this one. Like, I was like, I want to pay that for it. So yeah, now I do have the multiple editions of this, and even if I end up totally not loving it, fine, like I'll gift it to someone, whatever. But there is still a really pretty edition of it too, from I think like Fairy Crate or whatever, that I want, because maybe I will love it. And I think I will, because even like Crystal really liked it, Jessin loved it. But I want to wait too, because I want to get the second half of it so I can read them all together. But anyway, that finally came in. Then this was one I literally ordered, I don't know, a year ago maybe. She was really behind not getting this one in. Although she had warned us, because like I think it was the type of like paper she wanted done because of the illustrations in this book. The price went up on it. It was a whole thing, and she'd already charged us for it when we bought it. And so it was just a whole big deal. But it was okay, because honestly, I still haven't read the third book in the series yet. But I finally received the clinch cover, like, pretty edition of Between Despair and Hope from Jess Wisecup. This was one, you know, like I said, ordered this from her probably a year ago. And I hadn't got it yet. But again, I still haven't read the third book in the series yet, because I have no idea when she'll be writing the fourth one. But it is beautiful. It has the like blue sprayed edge on it. It has, I mean, it's really pretty. This one was totally worth it. I think this was like $60 or something. It wasn't crazy. And it has like the art throughout it. Like, this was totally worth it. It just took a really long time because of that. I'd even like, you know, I'd like forgot about it because I paid for it so long ago. Here's it. Here's one. Like, there's like art throughout it. And then this is the naked copy with the blue. And then, of course, it matches the purple from Between Mercy, or Between, what's even the first name? Between Fear and Mercy. What is the name of the first fucking book? I literally can't read it from here. You guys know. Anyway. And then there's them in that one. Between Wrath and Mercy. Jeez. Anywho. So yeah, finally got that. So that was cool. Like I said, a couple things I ordered a really long time ago. And then the very last book was Empire of Dawn, which of course read that one. So there you go. That is all the books that I've received since I did my last haul. And like I said, I know there'll be more Christmas stuff coming in and everything, but just wanted to have a video that I didn't really have to think about to film. Whereas my top 10 ones, they take a lot of effort to sift back through literally 12 months of spreadsheets and thinking about how I felt about them and do I still feel the same about these books. And honestly, I mean, you guys know too, I know those videos even aren't perfect because some of the books, I don't remember them perfectly. So trying to talk about them and recall the feelings doesn't even come across perfectly. And, you know, I'm just not perfect at everything, but I appreciate you guys, and I hope you're having a happy holiday whenever this is finding you or whenever you're seeing it. And I appreciate you so much, and I love you for everything that you bring into my life. And I hope you have a wonderful season and you find joy and happiness. And I'll see you again soon.